This is an example of the Torquay palimpsest, and one of the things I'm really interested in, the way that if you look at the landscape and you look at archaeology, you'll find layer after layer of interesting buildings and interesting constructions. So on my left we've got Tor Chapel, which we'll talk about in another interview, and that's obviously medieval. But if we come over here, this is a very sort of often neglected, often graffitied, often vandalised structure, and this is the remains of the Torquay meteorological site. So what they were doing here was they were collecting weather predictions. They were collecting wind speed. So there would be an awful lot of different equipment that's actually sort of linked up with this building. All gone now, of course. And the reason it was important on in a Torquay setting was Torquay was a tourist resort. So what would happen was they would be collecting data about the weather. Hopefully it was nice weather. Then they would send it down to the harbour side where there was another station down there, and then they would telegraph it off up to London, and it would end up in the Times, and it would end up in the sort of London newspapers saying, proclaiming that Torquay was warmer and sunnier, and why don't you come on holiday to Torquay? So it's a really important piece of architecture, an important piece of archaeology, and again neglected but really important in Torquay's history.
And it's lost, isn't it, here? It's lost.
This is very much lost up here. People forget about it. Perhaps Torquay wouldn't have existed. It was a great piece of advertising for Torquay, and it's lost in the woods and mostly forgotten in the woods.
Thank you very much.
Okay.